This is James Thomasson, and this is my video on ARP, ping, traceroute, and ipconfig. ARP is more than a command prompt utility. It is actually a protocol and runs in the background. ARP stands for Address Resolution Protocol. It is used by Transmission Control Protocol, or TCP/IP, to obtain the MAC addresses. Now, ARP maps or resolves IP addresses to the MAC addresses. Every host on a TCP maintains an ARP cache. This is important because communications will not happen unless MAC addresses from the sender and receiver match up. If the address is not in the table, the ARP will send a broadcast to everyone on the network to try to find it. You can use the ARP command prompt utility to display the ARP cache, and it will list the internet address, the MAC address or the physical address, and the type, whether it's dynamic or static. And let's get to my desktop, and let's run command prompt as administrator. And let's enter the ARP command here. -A, and notice it listed again, gave me a list of my cache and my IP addresses and associated them with the MAC addresses and whether or not they're dynamic or static. You also do have some other some options like a D and an S. A D will delete an association to a MAC address. An S will let you add the IP address association back to the MAC address. One other note, hackers use ARP spoofing or ARP poisoning to attack networks. They flood a network with fake ARP requests, which allows the hacker to make a copy of the MAC address of a device, which in return will cost a frame to send to the wrong host, device, or destination. Now, to prevent ARP spoofing, what you do is manually configure static, and I said static, ARP associations to critical network devices. Ping. Ping is short for Packet Internet Groper. Ping is another command prompt utility that is very useful for checking connectivity to a destination. Now, it is used to check 4 aspects of connectivity by IT technicians. You can do a loopback to your NIC card or on your host computer to check to see if it's transmitting and receiving properly. This is done by using ping 127.0.0.1. You can check the connectivity of a host by entering the host IP address. Or you can verify that the router can be accessed by other networks. You would ping the default gateway IP address. Plus, you can verify the connectivity of a remote destination by pinging the remote destination IP address. Let's do a ping 127.0.0.1. Let's check my loopback. And notice it used 32 bits or bytes of data, and it sent 4 packets, received 4 packets, and it didn't lose anything. And notice it gave the round trip times, which is very useful. But ping is very simple to use, and when you use it, you'll see it. Traceroute. The traceroute command prompt utility is another tool that technicians can use to check connectivity of a destination IP address. It is similar to a ping command, but traceroute displays every router that it contacts along the path to the destination. Each contact is called a hop. There are different options that you can use, but most everyone enters the IP address only. And traceroute. TRAC, ERT, and notice it gives you a bunch of options when you enter it by itself. You use a D, which won't use a resolve address to the host names. That'll speed it up. And then you can use the H for maximum, or the maximum hops, or what I should say limits the hops. But let's do a TRAC ERT, and let's use 152.27.17.25. And it'll take it a few seconds to start activating or start showing the hops. And when it does start showing, it'll show the times in between each hop. It'll tell you when it finishes. Now, if asterisks start showing up in the times, you know that it's timing out, and it'll eventually tell you that's when it's finished. And what the trace route does that's helpful is that it gives you the last good router address, and a technician could use this to isolate a network problem. ipconfig. The ipconfig utility is used to display the configuration information. You can check your IP address, MAC address, subnet mask, default gateway, DNS server, Ethernet adapter information, and tunnel adapter information. It does have other uses. The /all displays a full configuration information. /release will release the IP address from the adapter. A /renew will renew the address to the adapter. And a /flush DNS purges the DNS resolver cache. And the reason I mention that, if you enter an IP address in your web browser, and your browser does not connect to the right IP address, and it keeps doing it, it means that your DNS cache has probably been spoofed. And so you could use the /flush DNS command to reset your DNS cache. And then you could try your browser again. And let's get that out of the way. Alright, let's do a null. Notice that it shows you the host name, which is mine, is Thomasson. It gives my description of my USB cable modem, my MAC address, physical address. It gives my IP address, subnet mask, which is here, and also lists the DNS servers, and of course your Ethernet information and tunnel information. This is all of my presentation. Thank you for watching.